I would say that was 78% smoother.
I still made a mistake at the end of that last story.
It's really hard to say, but there was less screw-ups.
Yeah.
So I would say everything mostly went. I still had like a bit of a hiccup in my Tokyo Mirage Session story. Mirage Sessions is hard to say. So for those of people who watched New Day Tuesday last week, Heather and I played Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and despite both of us going in with extremely large misgivings about the game, we had both read reviews that said that it was very good. And Graham, what did I buy yesterday?
Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Yes, I don't even own a Wii U. I'm going to play it here.
In fact, the last copy in Victoria.
Yeah, somebody didn't pick up their pre-order, and that her problem's now my solution. I didn't want to order it from Amazon because there might be a mail strike coming up in Canada, so I was like, ugh. But there we are.
Is there actually a TV in the background, or is that green screen like on the Nightmare stream? I mean, the green screen on the Nightmare stream was just green on the TV.
Yeah, that's a TV.
There's always been a TV. Oh, yeah.
Can you pull up Better Chat now?
Yeah, now that we're live, I should be able to. Butter chat. I loathe the iPad.
That's why I use IRC.
Twitch.
Because then it can go up anytime.
Can I go chat only? There we go. There we go. Ba-boom. Oh, yeah, look, we can even do it vertically like that.
Wow, I can't read that. It's so small.
It's very small.
I'm old and blind. U.S. mail carriers aren't allowed to strike. I mean, they could strike at any time. Neither side has given their 3 days notice.
They could strike at any time. We must deal with them.
He's extremely dangerous.
You're going to go? Oh, I thought you were going to come around the other way.
I'm going to get a microphone.
Oh, a microphone. Yeah, let's get Paul a mic. Why not?
Microphone.
This Tokyo Mirage Sessions, the game where they removed the vagina bones. Yes. Yeah. So at least we got that meme out of it.
Yeah. I mean, like...
It's a site that was criticizing the changes pointed out the shading in the pelvis above the main character was wearing like a low-waisted
and then they took
booty shorts, and they took
out the shading in the pelvis to make them look really low-waisted.
Yeah,
so they just look low-waisted.
It did not help.
And the person who was critical of it said they covered up her cleavage and removed her vagina bones, which is like such a profound misunderstanding of anatomy.
But I mean, realistically, it's the lines that direct you to what's down there.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they removed them.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's not censorship, because I guess it kind of is, but, it's Nintendo. Nintendo is like, everything has to be nice and family-friendly.
Well, this is the ongoing argument, right, is that localization has always happened. Always. But only more recently are we fully understanding the extent of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure, you might not have a problem with it, but the majority of people, there's big cultural differences between Japan and North America, and that's the whole point of localization, is to make these changes.
And they're definitely way more okay with sexualization of young girls than we are.
Yep.
Right? The kind of situations that, they put 15-year-old girls into over there is just like, what the fuck over here?
The reason, I mean, obviously
I'm not saying it's wrong.
There's been lots of, transferring, there's been lots of localization stories. The reason why I thought that one was particularly interesting is because of the weird, for one thing, they aged up everybody by 1 year.
I caught that immediately as soon as we were playing the game, because she's supposed to be a high school student, but she's 18.
No, but by 1 year, though.
Yeah.
Which is weird. They didn't make everybody 18. No. They made the one that was 15, 16, the one 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19.
Yeah.
So it's like sexualizing a 16-year-old and sexualizing a 17-year-old, not that much better.
Mm-hmm.
No, but there's a lot of places where the age of consent is 16, right? So if you have a 15-year-old in your game, it's a big deal. But if you have a 16-year-old in your game, it's fine. And if this person's supposed to be 1 year younger than everybody else, then all of the 17-year-olds have to become 18-year-olds, and all the 18-year-olds have to become 19-year-olds.
Oh, so it's like they had to bump up the bottom and then
exactly, because there's supposed to be an age difference between these characters, and 15 is too young in most states and in many provinces.
Apparently, like even though they didn't localize the audio for it, they actually, because of that change, they brought in all the original voice actors to re-record their lines for the different age.
Yeah. So I'm not saying like I'm not saying that's definitely the reason they did it, but that just strikes me as the most obvious reason why they would have made that change to age everybody up a year.
Yeah. And also just the weird like inconsistent stuff where like somebody we covered in a cutscene but not in the game.
Well, it's because they can cover it's easy to change a pre-rendered cutscene. It's not so easy to like completely change the character models in the actual game, right?
I guess
this is a little weird because we're all just like staring down at the chat.
We'll figure out a better solution for this.
We will determine maybe I can do this. Maybe that's a little better. So at least we're not
sure. So yeah, a lot of people are saying that the age of consent is
and the
16 where they are, and some people are like, well, it's 14, but you can't have sex with people under 18. Blah, blah, blah.
The article I was reading about it was also talking about how it's like, you know, the guy who was writing the article said like I went into it not knowing about any of the stuff, but even like not knowing what the situation was. He said like I got
the Gravure section.
Yeah, the Gravure section was weird. Like I didn't know what was supposed to be there, but clearly like very tame like catalog modeling shots wasn't what was supposed to be there.
Yeah, because there's a section in the game about someone being a former Gravure idol, and so and she's like she feels embarrassed about it. And in the North American version, it's like you posed for a Sears catalog. I don't see the problem.
Yeah.
Right. But there isn't a sort of an equivalent.
No.
To the Gravure idol.
I mean, a cheesecake model maybe.
Yeah,
or like a pinup model.
Lingerie model.
I guess, but that's like
there are lots of people who do sexy modeling in North America.
Yeah, but here's I think the issue: sexy modeling, where you're like actually kind of like in North America, like it's a little bit like down market, where it's totally normal in Japan.
Right.
That's just and so like I think maybe doing the straight across translation has an issue where you think she's done something more unwholesome and maybe than she has, and maybe she shouldn't be working with teenagers, right? Like it just and then it just opens up a whole can of worms. And the thing is, this is an Atlas game. If this game was being published by Atlas, I think the cheesecake modeling would have stayed in because there's cheesecakey sections in Persona 4, right? And those people are supposed to be teenagers, but this game is being published by Nintendo, and I'm almost certain that Nintendo was like, that is too much skin for a North American audience.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at Persona 5, right? When they all go on a hot spring vacation, right? And they're all dancing around in bikinis and stuff, and it's like okay. Persona 4, but that wasn't. No,
that was an Atlas gig.
So.
That was an all Atlas gig.
I mean, speaking of that, there's actually with this one too. There's people were annoyed that because they translated all the DLC except for there's a hot spring DLC,
which is dumb.
But the thing that annoyed people is like, okay, yeah, they don't want to have the bikinis and everything and stuff. But there was apparently like 4 or 5 cutscenes that were really good.
There's just stuff that you don't get.
But you don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't think nobody's arguing this is not censorship, but like it's
not surprising.
Yeah, it's not surprising. And
I mean, when you look at again, like compare this week the two stories, compare that to China literally being like, no, all mobile games have to go through the government.
Right.
And
we just
approved.
get to say no if we don't like it.
That's censorship. That is legit censorship.
There's a spectrum there, right?
Yeah.
But you look at like localizing Tokyo Mirage Sessions for North America, it's like, sure, maybe that is censorship, but it's like
it doesn't change the content of the game, really.
It's this weird thing you get into with like movies, when they're going from like R-rated to PG-rated, or like when they're trying to hit the right amount or the right rating and stuff like that, where because censoring and because what is okay and what is not okay is so different in different cultures and even in different areas of America or North America or Europe or whatever, they have to they're basically guessing, and that's sort of like Nintendo, going to this people probably won't like this, but this is probably okay.
Yeah.
I guess. And so they're which is why you get these weird inconsistencies. Like, if they thought that the stuff was bad and they fixed it in the cutscene, but
they can't change the game. They can't remake the game.
they've changed textures all over the game.
But I mean, change. I don't know.
They definitely could have changed that, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's an odd thing where it's just it's not it's almost like it's not from a moral standpoint. It's just we'll do it as good as we can, and then the money will run out or whatever, and then we don't really care.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were obviously just trying to hit a teen rating.
Which is kind of hard to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trying to hit a teen rating, and then probably keeping, like I said, kids that are, in skimpy costumes over the average age of consent, which is 16, right? And if they're supposed to be younger for storyline purposes, that means everyone's got to get aged up. Also, there's no way to, gravure modeling, there's no equivalent. That's very tricky. It's very Japanese is the problem. Anyhow, other stories.
Final Fantasy VII Monopoly. There's very few details about it, but apparently it's a thing.
Hooray!
It's okay.
Monopoly has got to be one of the easiest games to skin.
Yeah.
They do it so much.
There must be over 1,000 different monopolies.
I bet if you collect monopolies, you're like, no, another one.
Stop.
I was thinking what would be awesome is if it actually was 2-level.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
To actually make it interesting, they're 2-level, and all the second half of the board, Park Place and Boardwalk and the really high end places are on the top level, and then the lower level has all the crappy places.
Again, I don't actually know anything about the game, but presumably it actually is the whole world map.
Yeah,
but
it's basically I'm sure they just have it's not the power company, it's the Mako company now.
Yeah.
It's just a reskin.
Okay, so importantly, you can do mukbang.
Social eating.
As
they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, isn't social eating the rough translation of mukbang anyhow?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I feel like that's a good description.
Can we have Kathleen's dinner hour where I just eat a bunch of food?
If you want.
I just
as long as you don't eat, dog biscuits. And
I wouldn't eat that
stuff.
anyhow, because I want to eat... I totally understand why people were immediately I bet I can get tons of viewers if I eat cat sick.
Yeah. The other Trevor says, BG's the whole thing is now a TOS violation. No, because he's not eating it on a dare.
He's not eating it on a dare, and we're not...
He's agreed to it.
And we're not trying to eat to kill him.
And we're not paying him different amounts depending on how much he eats or anything like that.
That's true, yeah.
It's not like a bet.
You're not supposed to do endurance eating or something like that.
Yeah. Or no eating contest.
But that was endurance, and it's not it's maybe not endurance eating, but that was the whole thing with mukbangs originally was
look how much I can eat.
I had this giant bowl of noodles. Sit tight, everyone. This is going to be a while, I don't know. Can fit this show in after checkpoint? Yeah, we probably got time.
So hungry.
And that was most of the stories that we actually did.
It's Abrams, and Lego
J.J. Abrams is a playable character in Lego The Force Awakens. Sorry, I was saying to Kathleen this morning, every time I see his name, now I can't forget. There was, I think it was a tweet that I saw that was J.J. Abrams' full name is Jabrams, Abrams, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, that's, so apparently, I haven't played a lot of the Lego Star Wars games, but apparently he has shown up in cutscenes before.
Really?
But yeah, now J.J. Abrams and one of the producers on Star Wars,
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, are playable characters.
That's awesome.
So it's just sort of I don't know if he has Force powers or anything. I hope he's just a regular guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mafia 3 looks neat.
Yeah, what was the story?
The story, it's hard to sum up, but basically you have 3 underlings that you can give stuff to, and depending on how you balanced out, some of them, they can get pissed off and not be underlings and in fact be your enemies anymore. So it's not like the world is always very static, like in most open world games where you can wreck stuff, but it doesn't really come back. It's more like Fallout, where once you they're like, oh, this is so amazing because like in most open world games, you cut down a tree and then it comes back later, and I'm like, yeah. Or in Fallout, where once you turn a faction against you, they're against you for the whole game. So it's like Fallout.
But like, I mean, factions. Has been. Yeah.
This is basically the same thing, right?
But the idea here is that you can pass out when you take over a place or when you do various things in the game, you can like pass them out and give favors or whatever to different of your 3 underlings, and they in return every time that's going to happen, they they give you offers for it's like, hey, if you give me the that territory, I'll give you this cool thing,
right?
Which would be like some upgrade or something, right? But if by giving it to one person, you piss off the other 2. So like you increase your rep with the one person and decrease it with the other 2. And if you don't balance that properly, one person can just leave and become like a villain and become like an actual.
I'm not saying it's not cool, but I'm saying like this whole there's been no other open world games with persistent effects is not true, and I thought that premise of the article is a little overinflated. I
mean, they mentioned San Andreas in the article, which also did that.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat, was it All News Sither? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Sorry, asking if there will be a second season to Corpline. There's not
a season. It's just keeps going.
It's ongoing. It's meant to be every couple weeks, and that means a new one will be coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I guess no, but also yes.
Just keep listening.
Yes. Activision had a game taken down off Steam because the guns in the game, they said, were assets.
They caused the game to be taken down. It wasn't one of their games.
Yeah. The assets, they said, were, or the guns were taken from Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. And so that caused a big thing because it was like, whoa, hang on. Because this has not happened before where a publisher has gone to Valve and been like, this game has taken our assets, take it off Steam. And that Valve has been like, okay, and taken it off. And people were like, you can just do that?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's not okay. Especially because the developer was like, plus, look at Call of Duty guns and look at my guns. They're completely different. And everyone was like, yeah, Activision, rah. And then someone else independently on Reddit was like,
actually,
look at these guns again.
Yeah, actually, those pictures you showed
were little cherry picked there. Look at this gun and this gun. It's probably the same gun.
And it's like not this is a model of the same real world gun.
Yeah.
This is the same physical. This is the same actual like digital model.
Yeah. So this is still ongoing, but
and it's one of those weird things where the guy like went to Reddit and different places to sort of drum up like Activision and the tide kind of turned against them.
Yeah. Apparently, the artist responsible who worked for the game Orion, apparently the artist responsible has been fired.
Because now that he's been given more evidence, and the developer also started acting very oddly, as in like he banned himself from his own forums.
How do you do that?
From like the Steam forums, he banned himself from it because I guess he was afraid that he was going to say something else stupid.
Didn't know you could do that. That's interesting.
Anyway,
what is a Steam level?
As well, you might ask.
I'm fascinated.
Well,
is this like the trading cards and stuff?
A person's Steam level comes from owning games, participating in events, and crafting Steam badges from trading cards that come from games. Higher Steam levels earn you things like friend slots and the ability to showcase things on your profile. As you can imagine, this guy's profile, which is level 1,000, is decked the F out.
Someone hit level 1,000 on Steam.
It's their gamification thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to, but I guess some people do.
Oh, sorry.
Here's something neat.
Sorry, to the last story, Sketchy Detail says it gets better. The fired artist was farming out his assignment to contractors? Wow.
So there's sketchiness all the way down, basically. Speaking of sketchy details.
If you're going to pay someone $6 to do your work for you, then what do you expect, right?
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
You're right. So you're talking about the Steam level thing. Yeah.
Which is kind of neat.
Some guys Steam level 1,000.
Yeah,
means
which
that he's
is-
done lots of Steam stuff.
Which means,
the tablecloth.
for one thing, he owns 5,000 of the 7,000 games that are in Steam.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a lot of crap.
because a lot of the
He must have a lot of bad games.
a lot of how you get your Steam thing is through owning games and like playing them and stuff. Huh. So
People are like, I'm level 5, I'm level 10.
yeah, I mean it
That's
is
more normal.
like you're talking like play to win. That's basically what this is. You pay to win.
Pay to win, yeah.
You buy and then you like trade badges and stuff. I don't know.
All right, but let's get on something important here. The basketball in Overwatch. They've tweaked the physics, and it's bad now.
It's good in that it tells you when there's a basket.
Right, because some confetti comes out. But now you punch the ball, and it's like... brrrr.
Yeah.
And
It's the worst thing ever.
The project manager for like Overwatch, like the guy in charge of the game, is like, we have a big ball patch coming soon. That was his exact words.
That was Jeff Kaplan.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have a
Yeah.
big ball patch
So
coming.
now, if you get the basketball in, on the ship, when you're waiting to like start and you're on the Overwatch like ship, there's a basketball hoop and there's a basketball, and you can technically get the basketball in, and if you do, it goes and confetti happens. So yeah. Speaking of Overwatch, also there's some big old problems with the competitive mode of Overwatch.
I mean, one is kind of at odds with the point of Overwatch. It's supposed to be more like a fun thing, not like a
it's just there's a
shooter.
There's a lot of it's not a ladder, right? It's like you play and you get sort of put into a level where
It's
you
like it's like ranks.
Yeah, you should be facing people who are roughly equal to you, and it like if you win, you don't like go up, right? You only sort of increase what kind of level you're at if you are consistently doing better than everyone else in the game you're paired with on your team and the other team. And then you might bump up and get paired against slightly stronger people. Unfortunately, the way that the matchmaking has worked is that oftentimes people just get like rolled by various teams. The punishment mechanic for when someone leaves is awful, because if you get disconnected and reconnect to like, oh crap, and reconnect to the game and get back in the game and your team wins, you're still screwed. Your whole team. If one person on your team leaves, the whole team is screwed.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really bad.
And it's also just the fact that because of Overwatch's sort of team mechanics and stuff, there is the idea that if you are quite severely, you are more severely affected by the actions of your teammates than in maybe some other games.
Yeah, a
Good luck at your job interviews, Sparky.
If some certain people are not, on the point or whatever.
Is that seriously the current competitive meta? Two Tracers, 2 Lucios, and 2 Winstons?
That can't be true.
That sounds awful. I would believe it, but
also the because there's been a thing with the Overwatch, sort of I guess community in general has been very positive, and Blizzard has really been fostering that.
Yeah. But apparently there's just so much salt now.
Apparently, the reason why it was positive was because there wasn't this competitive. It's like all the like strides they've made in that thing have immediately collapsed in the face of.
Yeah, I've seen people talking on the Overwatch subreddit that they're like, man, just go back to quick play. Everyone's so happy and chill.
Yeah.
And they're just like, we're playing a game. But yeah, apparently competitive is just like this.
Well, because it's like you're
dire hellscape.
Because if you do whatever you do badly, and then your whole team suffers, and everyone starts yelling at you, it's bad times.
Apparently, that is for some like point defense a good build. Whatever.
Okay. Hey, EVO 2016's Street Fighter V Finals.
Woo.
You would think that maybe some other aspects of EVO might make it on there as well, but whatever, are going to be televised on ESPN2.
Yeah.
Only the Street Fighter V Finals.
Because that's the most popular thing.
But, hey, that's neat.
Esports are coming back to real sports.
We esports now.
Now, esports have been televised before.
Oh, yeah.
From the research I was able to do, I think this might be the first time it's got all the way up to ESPN2. Previous ones have been on like ESPN 3 and 4.
Or ESPN 9.
The Ocho.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
I think this might be the highest they've got up the ladder of ESPNs, which is
Is it because it's the summer and most of the major leagues aren't doing anything right now? Like basketball's over and hockey's over,
Well,
and
also
football hasn't started and baseball sucks.
It's also the Street Fighter 2 finals, right?
Did you
so
see
that
that?
was
Yeah.
amazing.
That in there.
So it's like, well, we got what, 20 minutes? Sure. Like, it's just the finals. So it's not like it's going to be like an all-day deal.
That's true.
Yeah, I think Magic might have been on ESPN too. Way back when they actually televised Magic.
Way back in the
Might
day.
have been the case.
interesting.
I don't know.
The other thing some people have actually brought up, I saw brought up in the comments, is people being like, why? It's like this is great. Why hasn't, like, of all the esports games, talking about how like fighting games are actually the ones that translate to sort of the layperson probably the best.
Oh yeah, Dota and like League are impenetrable if you don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Well, it's very simple. It's a guy and they have health bars. Like,
and they punch each other and stuff.
Right?
I mean, what is impressive about a certain move might take the description and stuff. But
Oh yeah, someone watching on ESPN isn't going to be going like, "Oh my God, he only had a 1-frame window to counter that block." Like it's like that's never going to come up for the layperson. But they can totally grok what's going on in a fighting game.
Yeah. Whereas some of the other esports games are a little bit more impenetrable.
I enjoyed when I watched once the noob stream of a League thing. I was like, oh,
Yeah, they've started to do that more and more.
okay, I get it.
This is a guy.
Because the normal League of
is
Legends
using
stream
a
was
thing.
just like,
Oh, that's how I feel when I'm watching StarCraft 2 streams with you. I'm like, what the?
He is using a thing called a mouse.
It's not that
They
intro.
click, and when they click, it registers on the screen.
an electronic impulse is passed through a USB cable.
We need the super noob stream.
Yeah.
The person who is unclear as to what this glowing box that they're looking at is.
It's the Penelope, the whole screen.
All right, I think that's about
That's
it.
it with all of the stories we've
Now
discussed.
I think
them.
I can get to Lurbot from here.
So for those of you who are really excited about me being back, and I was like, great, now we can make her do 85 minutes of improv. We're not doing that.
No.
Turns out I enjoyed not doing that while I was away.
I see.
I enjoyed doing it, but I enjoyed not doing it more.
Yeah, exactly. So let everybody get sad and annoyed now. I'm not
Well,
saying I won't.
they didn't know you were going to be here this week, so I don't believe there was a
There was a rush. But I, like, not that it wasn't fun, but, like, when you got to the point where, I was doing, like, the 18th variation on
someone's name.
yeah, it was just like, I am so out of ideas. I'm done. And, like, I turned some of them into, like, things. There was, like, a narrative going on, but a lot of it was just like, I've done this before. I've done this before.
General consensus is they understand.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood is asking if your glasses are different.
Yes, I got new glasses.
Nice. All right, here we go. Reneko with a 15-month resub says, keep on loading.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Reneko.
That's
Welcome
not
back.
good.
Do you want to, like, pass them back and forth and, like, maybe we can both...
Sure.
Wait, I can probably pull it up on here.
Yeah, all right. What time is it, Adam? Has subscribed for 2 months in a row. 1, make comedy sub. 2, forget to stop subscription. 3, cut off.
Nice.
Profit?
That's, presumably profit. Or I guess the opposite of profit. TXC2 with a 16-month resub says, self-sub hype.
Oh, Dial M from Mara says, only do Kathleen commercials for first-time subs. That could be
That's feasible.
Oh, but
Everyone gets one.
That's feasible, except that might encourage someone to cancel their sub and resub just to get
no.
around it.
So it's everyone. You will get one. So you don't have to come up with different ones for the same name.
No,
over and over again.
then you have the, like, I actually quite enjoy doing it, but then you have the username saga, right?
Right.
And it's like, that's a different subscription every single time, right? But it's still...
Well, at least that
it seems too easy to game.
At least that way, though, that gets around the you having to make up a new thing for the same name over and over again.
Cortanios, yet another Corinthian leather joke.
Yeah.
Which I think
All right,
is
where we
probably
at
the most
now?
egregious
Kinogami.
of those.
Kinagami.
Kinogami. Scroll on.
Up. Wait, am I too far down here?
There you go. Kinagami.
Kinagami! Woo! 30 months of sitting in the shadows.
Welcome back, Kino.
Yay!
Cathanid with a 16-month resub says, keep being awesome, people. Well, you keep being awesome as well, and thank you for your resubscription.
All right. Nurgle has subscribed for 13 months in a row with the custom text of no.
I guess that's in response to the person before that.
Welcome back, Nurgle. Oh,
Yeah, keep being awesome.
Oh, wait, here we
No.
are. Sorry. Alex, bring my waifu back, has subscribed for 2 months, saying 3 ? For profit, signed Addie Pie.
Ah.
So Addie unintentionally resubbed 2 different novelty subs for a second month.
I see.
Thank you, Addie. Welcome back.
Space Carl for 7 months in a row.
Texan Reverend has subscribed for 3 months in a row, and he says, welcome back, Kathleen. Thank you, Texan Reverend.
Orthogonal T with a 25-month resub says, woot! And I agree.
Miniwhack for 13 months in a row says, woo, 13 months of insanity, only furthered by lure. We take no responsibility for your insanity.
LBX and I. LBX Annie. Lbuxanine has subscribed for 3 months in a row. Yay!
I'm pretty sure we probably have never gotten that right in the 3 months.
Inkslayer with a 3-month resub. Welcome back, Inkslayer also says welcome back, Kathleen. And any updates on the Kickstarter? I'm not sure what that means.
The Desert Bus documentary, or
It's in progress.
it's their
Actually, I'll be
being filmed.
contacting people very, very soon to get T-shirt sizes so we can get those made. So that'll be good.
Oh, there's your update.
Hippity Boppity has just subscribed for the first time, which I'm pretty sure is not true. But thank
welcome.
you very much, however many months you've subscribed for.
Welcome, Hibbity Bobbity.
Hippity Boppity Boo.
Veer has subscribed for 6 months in a row. The underscore is not in my passport. The rest is, don't say the underscore.
You fell right into it.
Veer underscore.
Oh, no, you didn't. In the name, you didn't say it.
No.
Yeah, good. So you got it.
Yeah.
Great.
Ah.
You said the underscore in the bit that were you not?
Well,
Okay, no, that's good. Someone, no, not you, with a 21-month resub. Welcome back, someone, no, not you. Much appreciated.
The famous French aristocrat, Monsieur Squirrel,
Oh.
subscribed for 20 months in a row.
Wah, wah, wah,
And Monsieur
wah,
Squirrel says, woo! Which, as we all know, is the sound that squirrels make.
Yup.
It's more like from my experience with squirrels. Volderian has subscribed for 5 months in a row. Yay.
Lord Husk, I didn't know that was a thing. I will look into that. Can you update the Patreon so that active patrons can see the video? I thought you could, like, just click the thing to...
What video?
Well,
the-
so if you're backing a Patreon and you go to the page, you don't see the video. Because it's like, well, you already know why you're backing it. But I thought there was like an arrow that you could click to pop it down, and then you could see everything again. But apparently that's a setting that we need to change. I don't know, Lord
We'll
Husk.
work on that.
I will look at that. Sorry, who? Perpetual DM?
Yeah.
Was that you?
Is that me?
I'll do it. Perpetual DM with a
right.
10-month resub says new set hype.
Woo!
Welcome, thank you. It's not a new set, but it's new to Checkpoint.
Yes.
I thought he was talking about Eldritch Moon.
Yeah. I thought so too initially. It wasn't until I said new set hype out loud that I was like, oh.
It did not grok for me at all.
There you
I was
go.
just like, oh yeah, I am looking forward to that.
Neljandik for 2 months in a row. Hopefully I won't get killed and eaten by you this month.
Why would we do that?
I don't know, but that's a hope that we can probably fulfill.
I get behind it, yeah.
Corp has subscribed for 3 months in a row.
Yay, Corped.
Mighty Mekon with a 25-month resub says, hey. Welcome back, Mighty Mekon. Thank you.
Mugiwara Alexi for 14 months in a row.
Welcome back.
Bearded Canuck has subscribed for 3 months in a row. I would say
I do not think that exists.
I've never seen such a thing.
so realistic.
Tap Tap Unleash with a 10-month resub says, reach the 10-month point? Check. Welcome back.
A Forsh.
A Forsh.
A Forsh for 29 months in a row says, yo!
Love it.
Stuck on Username Planet has just subscribed. The username
no.
saga continues. Oh, what happened in that?
As always happens in the third or fourth season, going to outer space.
Yep. I honestly cannot tell you what happened it's been 8 months since I've done any of these username things. There was a factory and some police and a pirate ship that sank, and then a desert island, and then
There's
Jaeger.
kaiju in there somewhere.
Then a Jaeger fighting kaiju, and then a victory, but then a demoralizing loss, and then a comeback and victory. And I don't know how he got onto another planet. But
Friends became
probably
enemies, enemies became friends. We all learned a lot.
Yeah.
Somebody ate a submarine sandwich.
Blue Mechanic with a 25-month resub who says, it made me put a message. Yay, learn. Thank you, Blue Mechanic. The messages are optional.
Yeah, it doesn't force you to put a message in.
But thank you anyway.
Empty Storm has subscribed for 9 months in a row. Sup, baby?
Sup, baby?
Yeah.
This one.
Yes, Signwicid. Signquid?
Senecwood?
Synecdoche has subscribed for 4 months.
Welcome back. Somebody Nowhere with a 13-month resub says, I have not been able to see Checkpoint live in so long. Well, glad you were today. Welcome back.
Eaten by a Gru, 1988 for 7 months in a row. Woo! And had the title or the text that they put in was 7 months in a row. Woo! So that was very appropriate.
Featherweight with a 3-month resub says,
Yay.
yes, hello, is this thing on? Hello? Welcome back, Featherweight. Thank you very much.
Regular normal person has subscribed for 4 months in a row saying, I'm secretly weird.
You've blown your cover. We thought you were just a regular normal person.
With the regular number of arms.
Wait, is it me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Gremlin DVA has just subscribed.
I think Gremlin Diva.
From Overwatch.
From Overwatch, I think.
right.
Yeah.
Gremlin Diva.
Get your Mountain Dew and Doritos by the door. Just anal. With a 10-month resub says, hey, yo, how you doing?
Just an L.
Sure.
It's just an L. And finally, I'm sincerely sorry. I subscribed for 20 months in a row. Do you know Justin L? I'm sincerely sorry. Maybe you're friends.
So that was a lot of things.
Justin L is probably a person after my own heart because you probably can't subscribe with the name anal, but maybe they figured out a way around it. And now they're like, no, I'm keeping it. This is my username.
Just anal. Nothing else.
It's just an L.
Don't worry about it.
He you know, like the song You Can Call Me Al?
No.
By Paul Simon. There's a video, Chevy Chase is in it. It's Paul Simon and Chevy Chase. You can call me anything, but baby, you can call me Al. And so this is just an Al.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was not aware that was what that song was about.
Complete.
But now that I think about it, maybe
the complete lack of intercaps to make Al clear in Justin Al's name is just to throw you off the scent. Because he doesn't want people to know he's a Paul Simon super fan.
The scent is really one of the issues.
Yeah, I'd be happy to be thrown off the scent of just anal.
I keep telling you you're mispronouncing his name.
Okay. That's it for Checkpoint today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And obviously we'll get some of the new stuff smoothed out. But hey, Kathleen's back for real now.
Yeah, and
I've been writing stories for many
but
times.
You're back for real
now.
Feel free for any comments on the new setup. Obviously, there are some things that will be tweaked.
There will be kinks that will be ironed out, much like the wrinkles in this tablecloth.
There's going to be this awkward moment in a few seconds where Paul has to get up and walk over to the board and turn it off while we're over here.
But that's okay. We'll sing a song, Graham, to distract them.
Thank God.
The big thing, which I saw a couple people mention in the chat while we were doing it, the audio cutting out, or the music for the intro and the outro, kind of cutting out a little bit jarringly.
The music's not correct at the
moment,
but it will be.
So yes.
Pre-release when?
Saturday.
July 9th.
The pre-release is on this channel on July 9th, featuring such remote guest stars being brought live here to the Moonbase as
The professor.
The professor from Tolarian Community College, Jimmy Wong,
Gabby Spartz. And
Allison from Wizards of the
Allison
Coast,
Lurs.
and Marshall Sutcliffe.
Woo.
And myself and Kathleen and Cameron.
Yeah, we're going to play some Magic.
Gonna play some Eldritch Moon. It's gonna be great.
Hey,
You'll love it.
everybody, it's Magic.
Yeah.
I know. Eldritch Moon pre-release is the way to go. It's Magic. I've been working on my singing. Hasn't it improved since I've been away?
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.